Hello friend, Daniel here with StockMusicLicensing.com, bringing you the best tips and strategies for selling your music on royalty-free libraries. Now in this video I'm going to share with you how to develop your own musical style in stock music libraries. Now this is a question that was left inside the SML Mastermind private group by a very talented composer, and he was asking if he should develop his own musical style aiming for royalty-free libraries, or should he wait until he approaches big exclusive libraries. Now this is a typical question. We still have this idea that we can leave our strength or what we're good at for later. The idea is actually to start working on your strength today. So I'm going to share with you 3 simple tips on how to develop your own music style as a composer for libraries like Pond5, Audio Jungle, and beyond. So tip number 1, be self-aware of what you're good at. I always talk about focusing on your strength, focusing on what you're good at. So I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm a guitarist. I come from a background of rock and roll, playing in bands, and I use the guitar as my main instrument for all of my compositions. That's how I found my style. That's how I found my voice inside a marketplace like Audio Jungle and Pond5. This is something that I really excel at, and I do this by just using an acoustic guitar and a microphone. Very simple, very organic recordings, and this is how I found my voice in the marketplace. After that, I evolved into doing a lot of indie rock, a lot of corporate pop rock type of tracks, and eventually started to embark on different styles like cinematic music, ambient music, post-rock music, and it's a never-ending really evolution as a music composer. Now, in order to compose in different styles, you first have to find your strength as a composer. So if you're very good doing electronic music or cinematic music, then you should focus on that. You could be a very good hip-hop producer, so you should definitely focus all of your strength and all of your energy in that style. As you grow and as you really embark in this journey of selling music on royalty-free libraries, you will get some quick wins, and then you can actually start to embark on different styles, start to learn different genres of music that you might feel inclined to. Number 2, you need to do this consistently. You really need to write music on a regular basis. The more you write, the more you will get better in your style. Master your genre. So if you're a hip hop producer, master that genre as much as possible, where you become so good at that you can actually take the leap of faith that you can actually go and embark in different genres. It doesn't matter what style of music you can compose. Really, what it matters is that for you to feel confident enough that you can go and embark in a different style and start writing in different genres and really experiment with that. And you will always sound like yourself, because once you found your voice in one style, which is what you're good at, you can pretty much learn that same blueprint in different genres. Number 3, think of music as a language, and music is a language. So once we speak a language and we learn the alphabet and we learn how to speak, it's the same with music. There's only so many letters in the alphabet. There's only so many words that we can learn or that we need in order to tell a story or to communicate. It's the same with music. So once you learn how to speak one language and you go and study a foreign language, it could be a little bit hard in the beginning, but once you put the pieces together and you start to practice, and the more you do it, the more you will find the connections and words and the meaning of these words in a foreign language. For me, writing music in different styles is the same thing. I'm using letters. It might be different letters, but it's still the same principle of an alphabet, words, sentences, so on and so forth. So think of music and think of your style as a language, that you are native in that language, that's the language that you speak. Okay, so if that's hip hop or electronic music, once you want to embark into rock or cinematic music, think of it as a foreign language that you could learn how to speak it. At the end of the day, it's the same notes, it's the same chords. There's only so many chords, there's only so many notes. You don't need to invent a new note when you start writing music. And try not to get so overwhelmed by the process of trying to reinventing the wheel by writing music for media. I hope these tips are really helpful to you. I'm going to be talking more about this, about how to find in your own voice, how to find your own style, and how to master your genre as a musician and as a music composer for media. If you're new to music licensing or to royalty-free libraries, download my free guide, link in the description. And as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.